Today we're talking all about how to improve our body image. Welcome to another video. For those of you who are new here, my name is Nena and I'm a life coach that specializes in personal development. Here at this channel we talk about everything having to do with our emotional well-being and making our lives as awesome as possible. So if you aren't already a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because we definitely want you to be part of our family. So like I said, today we're talking all about gaining a better body image. Our body image, or how we think about our body in general, is definitely something that comes from inside. So I want you to know, first of all, that if there are things that you don't like about yourself, you are not alone. Every single person feels that way. And not only do they feel that way, they tend to focus so much on the particular aspects of their physical appearance that they don't like, that that's really all they end up seeing. So what ends up happening then is we really lose sight of who we are as a whole person. Instead, we are looking at what we perceive to be imperfections of some kind. So we are thinking of ourselves as a nose or thighs or ears or hair or whatever it is that we are feeling is not perfect in some way. So it could be from things that we feel that other people have said about us, or things that we have kind of, created on our own that we don't like about ourselves, but we use all these negative judgments to create a body image that is very unhealthy for us. We do need to realize, however, that nobody is perfect. Your worth is simply not determined at all by how you look. You are not your bald spot, you are not your pimples, you are not your ears, you are not your feet, you are not your height. You are a whole, complete person comprised of many, many wonderful and positive aspects. However, I do understand that that does not mean that you aren't going to face body image issues. So today we're going to talk about some strategies and some different things that we can think about to help us really gain a better body image. Now, the very first step of this, if you have not done so already, is getting to the real root of where these insecurities came from. Now, a lot of people, when you ask them, they know exactly the point where someone made fun of them, or they felt insecure or worried, or they felt that they didn't measure up. But maybe that's not the case for you. Maybe you need to do a little more digging to see where these issues are really stemming from. If we can gain that great understanding of where these things are really stemming from, it's going to be a lot easier to heal. Then we have to break a pretty big habit, which is focusing on how other people look. Chances are, if we are so focused on how we look, we are also really focused on how other people look. And what happens there is we do something called comparison. We are completely judging ourselves based on how other people look, which is not realistic for us. They are completely different people with different, sets of genetics and different lives entirely, so we simply can't compare an apple to an orange. So we really need to break the habit of judging anybody on how they look. It is just not as important as we are making it out to be. Also, if we are looking at celebrities or people on TV or even social media, we have to understand that they don't even look like that. They have filters and hairdressers and plastic surgeons and all kinds of other things to really enhance the way they look, and they don't even look like that. So we really have to understand that comparison is nothing but deadly for us. Another thing that's really helpful is to really focus on what we do like about ourselves. Sometimes we get so focused on what we don't like that we forget we have many positive attributes. So we can, list those out, we can think about them, and we can feel grateful for what we do have, and that can be concerned with how we look or just other things in our life, because when we're focused on the negative, we really don't see the positive. We also want to think about what people or situations or events might be contributing to a negative body image. Are there situations that could be cut down on, or people that could be avoided, or at least seen a little bit less, that could make us feel a little bit better about ourselves? So we can, eliminate the things that aren't serving us anymore and start to look for things that really do serve us. So the flip side of this is thinking about situations that help us feel good about ourselves. What improves our body image? Where do we feel our best? Are there new activities or new hobbies that we could invest time in that really help foster a better body image? The most important thing of all is really being aware of this negative thinking. So whenever you feel these negative thoughts kind of creep up, we want to start to be very hyper aware of them. Self-awareness is always the key to change. So you want to catch these thoughts right at the beginning. So instead, you want to have maybe an anchor thought, and I will post down below a video we just did about anchor thoughts if you don't know what that is, but we want to really kind of design a more positive thought that we are going to automatically think of whenever we have these negative thoughts creep in. But we definitely want to have an awareness of when we are starting to feel most badly about ourselves. And also, we want to make sure that we aren't blaming things on how we look that really have nothing to do with it. So if we are in situations where there is anxiety or sadness or stress that we are kind of pinning on how we look, we want to make sure that that is actually accurate. A lot of times we blame how we look for things that are not associated in any way with that. We want to instead take control of our thoughts. We want to think about ourselves very, very positively. So we want to make sure that we are taking the time to really invest in ourselves and our self-care and really practice great self-love. There is absolutely nothing to be gained by feeling badly about how we look and placing so much importance on how we look to begin with. We have to learn to really accept the things about ourselves that we can't change. We can work on things that are changeable, but if there are things about yourself that you can't change, you want to offer those things love. They are part of who you are, and we need to be the ones that love those aspects of ourselves. Again, we are whole, complete people with so many different facets, and all these facets contribute to the unique, amazing person that make up you. But also remember that body image is something that you can improve on. And it is so important for yourself that you do, because you are a worthwhile, wonderful person, and you are enough. You are perfect just the way you are. I hope this video was helpful to you, and if it was, please take a moment to share it with somebody else and give it a thumbs up. Also, again, if you aren't already a member of our community, please take a moment to subscribe, because we definitely want to stay connected, and I really hope you have an amazing day.